flow so cocky, pogo potsy. In the booth, been the truth, sick no snotty. Course I blow broccoli, known for some good. Reppin' many crews, but only one hood. South side to the death, doubt I get the rest. On my no days off, mouth dry and my chest.
Since you're kind of familiar with how these go, we jump into it.
Yes, sir. We can go right into it.
All right, man. Yeah, once again for the great minds of nine, talking about it's 4th&10. Got the homie Aaron with me, man. What you go by, man? How you introduce yourself?
I go by Aaron. I go by basically that's what I go by. And
All right.
those that know me, yeah, they call me AW. Really.
AW?
Yep.
Okay, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. All right, where you from? What's your hood? Where's squad? What you repping?
I'm from Manassas, born and raised. Lived there all my life. Currently living in Springfield. Went to Osborne Park, played football there for 3 years. Normally played football. Try to go out to basketball. Not my sport, so I stayed with football. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm repping, man.
Any college or semi?
No colleges. I had offers. Did not go, unfortunately, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. But yeah, as far as that, no semi, no college, no nothing like that.
You can't tease me with a blessing and curse at the same time without telling me what's good. What's up, man?
Saving my parents, money on the end, but at the same time, it was like I should have went because I had the ability to play, the athleticism and so forth like that. But at the end of the day, it was my grades that I did not have. So that's why I say it's a blessing and a curse because if I would have done more in school, I could have been, you know, in college doing what I loved.
Okay. Ain't nothing like some accountability. I like that. I like
Yep.
that. Who put you on the flag? Who brought you out?
Honestly, it was one of my old coworkers. He actually is number 54 on our team right now. Big Red, or one of our captains. He brought me out when I worked with him, and honestly, it went from there. Been with this team, LGFG, for about 4 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons. Started at the end of 2022, and been with them since.
Okay. Okay. Is eight's the only format you play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm looking into getting into 5 man. I'm creating a team for this summer. So we'll see how that goes out.
Okay. Okay. Well, first question. What is your favorite format to ref?
My favorite format to ref, honestly, 5 man. Nice and quick. The rules is simple, especially with it being no contact. So especially when it gets to contact, it's so easy to determine what's a penalty, what's not a penalty. Um, and only two people can talk to the ref. So anybody else that can talk to the ref, I mean, I give them a warning, but other than that, it's really supposed to be a penalty. I'm not that much of an asshole like these other refs that can be more serious about it, but I try to, give people the benefit of the doubt. Um, but they don't tend to give me the benefit of the doubt, which is kind of kind of normal since I see it when I play Sunday mornings as well.
Okay. Okay. Ideally, what position do you want to play when you pull up?
There you go. Get that, Lucy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to go there. The pull. Talk your shit.
When I pull up, I mean, ideally a receiver slash tight end. I like to tell people don't let my figure fool you. I know being 5'9", 200 pounds, they don't think I could jump or whatnot, but these hands, I have really good hands and I can jump. I would say like tight end receiver, but definitely like I lock down the middle on like linebacker. No corner, no none of that, no safety. Just put me in the middle.
Okay. Respect. Respect. All right. More politics. The weightlifting world or the flag football world?
Weightlifting.
Really?
Yeah, weightlifting. Theoretically, it's a lot that goes into the world of flag football. And there is a lot that goes into the world of powerlifting or weightlifting, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to being more of a community basis, powerlifting has that more. Flag football generally in this area isn't really popularized because you have a lot of guys who play together. And then you look at it as in people who are getting into the sport, they are at a disadvantage compared to people who are 5, 6, 8 years, 10 years deep into the sport compared to if you're in powerlifting and you're just starting out. You have people who welcome you, who are, who are willing to take the chances with you, as in like coaches and gyms and whatnot. I don't think with some teams and with some players, they have their players and then they're like, you know what, we're not looking to add, we're not looking to move on. We're going to stay with the players we got and then go from there.
Okay, okay, I like that. Powerlifting and weightlifting, what's the difference? Is there
Um, Powerlifting is more of you're adding a lot of weight into one jump. So weightlifting, you have people who go in there 4 to 5 times a week. And they're just doing basic lifts, a couple of sets on bench, and then they'll go hit their accessories, dumbbell pull-ups, whatever the case may be. Powerlifting is a little more technique and technical. You have people, as you see what I have on my back right there in the picture, that's a kg plate.
Wake up, I get to it, I don't got time for no bullshit. Switchy on the cleat, tap the trigger, spray the whole clip. Feeling like the mob, but we make hits like we 3-6. Can't come around no weak shit. If I hit a niggas on defense, let's rock. My whole team make box, feeling like yo.
Stand up. That's right, folks. You get behind and make some noise. That is a good man.
A little bit heavier than a regular plate. So theoretically, that's going to be 55 pounds compared to a 45-pound plate. And then you have people, it's like 165 on the bar compared to 135 with regular plates. So you have to be courteous of how you do your jumps. So you'll see people go like a 30-pound kg jump, and then you'll see people go a 15-pound jump. Those are two different things, but at the same time, it's like almost the same weight, if that makes sense.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, so it's a little bit different, but the technical aspect of it is a little bit different.
okay. What's that? How'd you get introduced to I guess competitive weightlifting and or powerlifting? And what
I oh my
yeah,
bad.
and what's been your proudest moment so far?
Ooh, I got introduced at a young age. I've been weightlifting since I was in 8th grade. It started off at a young age from my football coach taking us to the auxiliary gym and just having us lift weights in PE class. It started from there. And then weightlifted through high school. I started powerlifting 1 year out of high school because I didn't know what I wanted to do outside of I wasn't playing football, wasn't playing any extra sport, no semi-pros or anything like that. So I wanted to see where this lifting stuff could take me. So I found a coach, and he took me in, and it started, I believe it was January of 2021. Um, Took off from there. My proudest moment, I would say, honestly, have had a little bit of achievements being in the sport, but definitely I would say having a 507-pound squat and almost a 600-pound deadlift. Those are really big achievements for me.
Okay,
Um, Yeah, I would say those two things right there. I'm not a 300-pound bencher yet, so I got to work on that.
okay, okay. All right. What's something that you learned about yourself through roughing or lifting that surprised you?
Um, Honestly, just being acceptant of myself because I make mistakes. Uh, Not last night to be exact. To be exact, I had 3 inverted whistles. You
Wow.
can't make that up. Can't make it up. I had three. Um, it was just me being, quick. I thought I heard something and it was wrong. I blew the whistle. and you got to replay the down. So and that's funny. Last night, three inverted whistles never happened before. Been reffing for almost 3 months. Never done it. So
That's three throughout the whole night, not three in one game.
it was three in one game. So yeah, it was pretty bad. And I apologize to those teams last night. And it was but yeah, it was just really excitement and really just having the whistle in my mouth and running down the field and then it I blow the whistle. Really, but being being acceptant and know that I make mistakes is real big because I don't like to hold myself down, especially if I mess up or if I know something isn't going our way, I shake it off. But at the end of the day, it's just knowing that everything is going to be okay and that yeah, that's really it.
Okay, okay. All right. What would your team need to turn things around and be a contender and competitive?
Oh man, it could be a lot to go into that. I mean, last season we were 7-1, lost in the championship. This season we 1-6. I mean, I don't know what happened from last season to this season. Realistically, the one thing I could say is accountability.
If you could only keep one, whistle, cleats, or lifting belt, what's staying?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna keep the whistle. It's
What?
putting money in the pocket.
Okay.
Uh, as far as flag and weightlifting, I mean, I'm not a strong weightlifter or I'm not highly ranked in weightlifting, so I don't have to worry about getting paid. Flag football, it can be taken from me at any second. I mean, Sunday, I can go out there, tear Achilles, tear ACL, do anything. God forbid. But one thing I will know is Monday through Thursday, when I go out there and rest, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna have that paycheck. So I know that that roughing is going to take me to get better at flag football, but at the end of the day, I know that's going to be a resource to put money and help me and my family out.
Makes sense. Great answer. Great answer. All right. Favorite pair of cleats and jersey. You only have one jersey though, right?
Yeah, we only have one jersey. It's just that one uh the black. I don't even know who. I think Rivals made it. Um, but yeah, that's our one jersey. I would say favorite cleat. Ooh, ooh, that's a great question. I've had a couple of great cleats. I would say last year I wore the low top Air Jordan 1s. They were very comfortable. They were very grippy into the ground. Had no complaints wearing them. The only thing I would say is after they get wet, they do start to tear a little bit on the sole.
Hmm.
So I would not wear those in a wet game anymore if I was to get another pair.
Okay. Okay. All right. 4th and goal, 10-yard line. What route you running? Where you lining up at? Who's throwing the ball?
I mean, I'm gonna have my man Ben throw the ball. I mean, Ben has an arm. If we 4th and 10, I'm gonna give him a little. I'm gonna give him a corner stop. My favorite route at the goal line. That's what I like to run. I run a corner to the post or to the pylon, and then I stop right there. And if there's not a corner if they're running man, it should be 9 times out of 10 wide open. If the corner isn't playing outside leverage or anything like that, you take accountability of all that what the corner is going to do. But that's the route I'm running.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
you're gonna see that on Sunday when we play all smoke.
Okay. Talk your shit then. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, man. That's 4 for 10, man. I appreciate it, dog. I enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bonus question, real quick. Which is harder, controlling your diet or controlling angry players?
Ooh, controlling your diet. Controlling your diet. I don't give a damn what angry players can say. I mean, everybody gets mad in the sport, but you can have one bad day, and if you're on a calorie deficit and you know you can't have any alcohol or you can't have like that one go-to cheat meal, that's going to be where you test yourself the hardest. I have clients who who have hard days, and they're like, "Hey, coach, can I have a cheat meal?" I'm like, You just had a cheat meal. Like you can't have another one, man. I'm sorry. But I would definitely say controlling your diet is way harder than controlling angry individuals any time of the day.
All right, man. Like I said, I appreciate this, man. Good luck to you, man.
And I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me.
All right, I got you, dog. From favorite formats to worst tournaments, off the field talk to favorite cleats, the moments, the mindset, the voices behind this flag thing of ours. And we just getting started. More 4th and 10s to come. Now I'm talking about